Hello, friends and viewers, and welcome to my Angel character guide. My name is James. I'm a global player and I started Sword of Convallaria in early September 2024. I'm a strategy and turn-based RPG fan, with the Fire Emblem series, Tactics Ogre, and Unicorn Overlord being some recent titles I enjoy. As such, I lack the technical knowledge and exposure to the Taiwan and China scene. I'm also a PvE-focused player, so I have no knowledge of PvP. As a result, I'm subject to feedback and open to being wrong. If you come across conflicting information to other guides and creators in this video, then that suggests that there are multiple ways to play a character. Play your way. As a fun fact about myself, I'm also an avid Thai tea boba enjoyer. This is Angel's trait and initial skill. Her trait is the same as her name, Angel, which increases her healing by 15%. After healing an ally, she grants 3 random level 1 attribute buffs to the target for 2 turns. Her initial skill, Healing Spell, is a healing spell, which heals targets by 100% of her magic attack and dispels 1 debuff on the target. This is at 1 energy cost with a cooldown of 0 turns, so hypothetically you can cast this every single turn. At rank 1, I recommend Light of Healing. Sanction is the only single target damage skill she can unlock, but Light of Healing is the only AoE heal and AoE dispel she can unlock. Light of Healing will also trigger her trait to all targets healed, buffing multiple allies. At rank 3, I recommend Regenerate and consider a Custalia for Flagellant. Regenerate provides additional healing and another ability to trigger Angel's trait, so it will always be useful. On the other hand, Flagellant provides Angel energy regen, which is great for her 2 energy cost abilities. However, it is conditional on Angel taking damage. At rank 5, the choice is up to you. If using the Light of Healing from rank 1, Angel can apply the damage reduction from Endurance activation by herself, but you may not always prioritize Angel in the Light of Healing tile range. Protection of Light mitigates a single target hit by 10% more than Endurance activation, but also would not mitigate any incidental damage that Endurance activation would. My pick here was Endurance activation. At rank 7, I recommend MDef Command. MDef Command is commonly picked for weapon trial stages. This is a passive trait aura that provides a hypothetical 100% uptime on the increased magic defense, whereas other units that provide magic defense buffs have an energy cost and cooldown. The Protected increases Angel's healing and mitigation, and with her innate trait and dispels, it would not be hard to maintain. If you are a dedicated Angel or Papal States player, you may consider this. For Angel's basic attack upgrade, the choice is also up to you. Consider Dispelling Strike if you have very few enemy dispels at your disposal. Otherwise, Merciful Strike increases Angel's healing and will also benefit if you attack structures. My pick here was Merciful Strike. For a skill build recommendation, your basic attack and reaction skill should be whatever you picked at rank 9 and rank 5. For skills, I recommend always having Light of Healing, but Angel has flexibility to her other 2 slots otherwise. If Angel is not at risk of taking damage, swap out Flagellant. If you feel comfortable with Flagellant's energy regen and do not need single target healing, swap out Healing Spell. If you need magic defense mitigation for a particular encounter, swap in her aura command. For weapons, I recommend Reorganized Cube to increase her healing effects. Starry Sky Heritage is good for general use if you do not have a Reorganized Cube. Ink Totem is another option to increase healing, but be considerate of the base stat loss as an epic item. For Trinkets, I recommend Disaster Bottle to provide debuff support to your team, or Fancy Hat to protect her action economy, to make sure that she can regularly use her active and passive skills every turn. Otherwise, not pictured here, you'll primarily use Angel as a healer and support unit. Any other trinkets that offer mitigation or to be used as a stat stick will perform sufficiently for her. For tarot recommendations, these are not listed in any particular order. Mercy of the High Priestess is a common option to increase her healing. Course of Fortune is a general use tarot to increase some healing, and note that the AoE heal from this tarot will also trigger her trait applying buffs. Elegance of the Empress for additional support to convert ally debuffs into buffs, or Redemption of the Judgment for additional support dispelling enemy buffs and applying the Judgment debuff to increase group damage. For engravings, the only recommendation I have is double cup, which will increase healing. Not pictured here, you may want to consider Pinnacle Wand or Pinnacle Cup as needed for only specific encounters where you need to mitigate more physical or magical damage. To provide some preliminary team composition tips, Angel is a straightforward character with healing and dispelling abilities at low energy cost, so she'll do her job well whenever, wherever you need a healer in your team composition. There are some units, particularly in Papal states, that have power increases based on the quantity of buffs they have. Angel's trait is a great fit to synergize with those passives, so this is a decent starting point to build a team. Angel herself is part of the Papal states and aggression categories. While one leader aura will be helpful, be mindful that neither category has a unit offering a unique buff to further benefit Angel, which I'll explain in the next slide. Samantha and Suppression bring the Papal States leader aura, increasing attack by 10% and defense by 20%. If you opt to have an aura through Samantha, be mindful of how you load out her skills, as you may not want to have too much healing between Samantha and Angel. For aggression, Nona Will provides a leader aura, which also increases skill damage by 10%. You may use this for Nona Will and other aggression allies, but for Angel, as a support character, will not benefit very much from the skill damage increase. That concludes my character guide. As mentioned in my disclaimer, I welcome feedback and I'm open to being wrong. I'm still learning and improving at this video game, just like you. Additionally, if you find conflicting information to other guides or content creators, then that means there are multiple ways to build a character and still be successful. I highly recommend that you play your way. Here is my contact information, my YouTube, Discord, and email, and as always, please feel free to comment below with any feedback you have about this guide. Last but not least, I want to credit and share these resources that contributed to helping me build this guide. Thanks for watching.